Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to continue with our Invitational 1960 World Series between the Boston Red Sox and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates won the actual World Series over the Yankees in 1960 on the Bill Mazeroski Game 7 walk-off home run. But this is the Invitational World Series. You show up by invitation, and it's the 1960 Boston Red Sox against the 1960 World Champions Pittsburgh Pirates by invitation only. All right, let's get to the starting lineups. And we're using out of the ballpark 19. Game 3 of 7 between, as I stated, the Red Sox and the Pirates. Ted Williams and Beantown take on Roberto, Clemente, and Steeltown. And they split in Pittsburgh. The Red Sox won Game 1. They almost blew Game 1. And the Pirates took Game 2. Both games very exciting. And now we travel back to Fenway Park for 3 games here in Boston. If the Red Sox win 3 games, they will take the series. Pittsburgh needs to win 1 to take it back to the Steeltown. All right, leading off for the Pittsburgh Pirates, playing center field, Bill Verdon. Batting second, the shortstop, Dick Croat. Batting third, the right fielder, Roberto Clemente. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Bob Skinner. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Don Hoke. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Rocky Nelson. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Smokey Burgess. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski. Batting ninth, the left-handed throwing Harvey Haddix for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And now for the starting lineup for the hometown Boston Red Sox. Leading off, playing second base, Pete Reynolds. Batting second, playing right field, Gary Geiger. He homered in Game 1. Batting third, swan song season, Ted Williams playing left field. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Vic Wertz, knocked in over 100 ribbies in 1960 for the Sox. Batting fifth, playing third base, Frank Malzone. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Russ Nixon. Batting seventh, playing center field, Willie Tasby. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Pumpsy Green. Batting ninth, towing the rubber for the Boston Red Sox, Tom Brewer. In the chat, we have Clinton Parks. Check out that wonderful retro baseball channel for National Pastime 3, Out of the Ballpark 19, and Digital Diamond Baseball. Thank you for joining us, Clinton. He says, I knew you would be up. Just finished broadcasting another cardiac baseball game. Enjoy. I'll be checking that out later, Clinton. If you'd like, you can put that link of your game in the chat so people can check it out now or later. All right, here's Bill Verdon stepping to the plate. And Bill Verdon, let's do it over here. Bill Verdon in 1960 batted .264, 8 home runs, 40 ribbies. Left-handed batter. He's a spray hitter. Good contact, below average power, good eye. In the series, he is 3 for 8 with no homers, no ribbies. Red Sox infield, outfield, straightaway, normal. Tom Brewer is on the hill for the Red Sox. Mr. Brewer was 10 wins, 15 losses, 1 save, and an ERA of 4.82. Quality of pitches, below average. Stamina, excellent. Hold runners on, very good. Movement, excellent. Control, above average. Throws a fastball that usually maxes out about 92 miles per hour. He's got to hit his spots. Behind the plate, Russ Nixon. And Nixon, above average arm, above average defender. Malzone, 6 out of 10 at third. Pumpsy Green, below average at short, 4 out of 10. Pete Reynolds, outstanding at second, 8 out of 10. And Vic Wertz, 5 out of 10 at first. Ted Williams, 6 out of 10 defense, 10 out of 10 arm and left. Willie Tasby, for a center fielder, really doesn't cover much defensive range. He's below average, 4 out of 10. Arms a cannon, 9 out of 10. And Gary Geiger, 7 out of 10 defense, 9 out of 10 arm and right. So here's Bill Verdon stepping into the batter's box. Brewers ready to work. He deals to Verdon. Game 3 is on its way. 2-1 count to Verdon. They come inside. Verdon grounds it back to Brewer, who throws the ball away. And running to second on the throwing error by Brewer is Verdon. Oh, what happened? No, he'll stay. As they call him back for some reason. It looked like he was going to second. So Vic Wirtz will hold Verdon on. Below average speed. Decent base stealer, though. And that's going to be an E on Tom Brewer. And I'll bring up Dick Grote. Grote in 1960 batted .325, 2 home runs, 50 ribbies. In the Invitational World Series, he's 2 for 9 with 1 RBI. That's a .299. That's a .222 batting average. Very good contact hitter, very little power, below average eye. Right-handed normal hitter. The Red Sox were moving to double play depth in the infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal. Brewers going to try to induce a double play ball. Nixon sets the target. Here's the pitch to Grote. 1-1 count. There goes the runner. Fly ball, shallow right. Gary Geiger comes in, makes the catch, and fires back towards first. As straying from the bag a little too far was Verdon, but he gets back safely. 1 out, 1 on for Roberto Clemente, the right fielder. Clemente batted .314, 16 home runs, 94 runners knocked in. Excellent contact hitter, average power. He will chase on occasion. He is a right-handed spray hitter. He is 0 for 8 in the first 2 games of this Invitational World Series. Tom Brewer will try to hit the black of the plate, inside or out. He picks up the sign from Nixon. Here's the pitch to Clemente. 1 out, 1 on. Full count to Clemente. Swing and a miss. They got him to chase. Chase the fastball down and away. So there's 2 outs. Clemente now 0 for 9 off Red Sox pitching in this Invitational World Series. And off on contact will be Bill Verdon. Here comes Bob Skinner. Skinner was outstanding in Game 1. Almost helped the Pirates to a comeback victory. Did not play in Game 2. Skinner in 1960, .273, 15 home runs, 86 ribbies. Solid contact hitter, average power. Against right-handed pitching, a solid eye. He's a spray hitter from the left-hand batter's box. Wirtz holding Verdon on. Here's the pitch to Skinner. 1-0 count. Skinner swings, grounds to Reynolds, who throws to first. Side retired. The error does not hurt. We go to the bottom of the first. And here come your Boston Red Sox. Reynolds, Geiger, and Williams. On the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Harvey Haddix. Haddix, 11 wins, 10 losses, 1 save, ERA 3.97. It's a big game here. Game 3, the series tied up at 1. Quality of pitches is average, 5 out of 10. Movement and control, excellent. Movement, 8 out of 10. And control, 9 out of 10 overall. It will fluctuate between lefties and righties. And the Red Sox are a heavy left-handed lineup when it comes to batters. Behind the plate, Smokey Burgess, 8 out of 10 defense, 7 out of 10 arm. Don Hoke, 7 out of 10 at third. Dick Grote, 9 out of 10 at short. His partner in crime up the middle, Bill Mazeroski, 8 out of 10. And Rocky Nelson, 7 out of 10 at first. Tremendous defensive infield for the Pirates of 1960. Skinner's in left, he's outstanding. 7 out of 10 defense, 10 out of 10 arm. Bill Verdon's in center. Absolutely marvelous. 8 out of 10 defense, 10 out of 10 arm. And Roberto Clemente, he's Roberto Clemente. Unbelievable in right. With a cannon for an arm, 10 out of 10. Alright, here's Pete Reynolds. And Reynolds, in 1960, batted .320, 2 homers, 35 runners knocked in. In the playoff series of this Invitational World Series, he is 4 of 9 with a ribby. That's a .444 batting average. Very good contact hitter. Poor power, excellent eye. Here's the pitch from Harvey Haddix to Pete Reynolds. 1-2 count, Reynolds in the hole, and he goes down looking on strikes. As Haddix hits the black of the outside corner with the fastball. 1 out. Here comes Gary Geiger. The Geiger counter, homered in Game 1. Helped propel the Red Sox to victory. They held on for dear life at the end as the bullpen imploded. But they won 7-6. Pirates would come back to win Game 2 in a close one. So Geiger in 1960, 302, 9 homers, 33 ribbies, is in right field. Against left-handed pitching, average contact, average power, 5 out of 10 for both. Above average eye, 6 out of 10. Left-handed pull hitter. Pittsburgh plays their infield, outfield straightaway and normal. Let's just take a look at Haddix for a second. Struck out 101, only walked 38. He throws strikes. You got to be ready to grip and rip. Here's the pitch to Gary Geiger, 1-1 count. Geiger swings and lines a shot over the leap of Mazeroski into center field. So a 1-out single for Gary Geiger. And that's only a second hit. His other hit was the home run. And I'll bring up Teddy Ballgame, Ted Williams, last season, 1960. This is not part of my retro replay, which we just finished, his open world alternate universe. A lot of games up on the channel. Check those out. We're going to be doing a video just to go through the season quickly, just about Ted Williams. It'll be a short one, and I'll take questions if anyone wants sometime this week or early next week. So Teddy Ballgame in reality batted .316, 29 homers, 72 ribbies. He is batting .375 in this Invitational World Series with a home run and a ribby. Just all-around great hitter. Geiger, average speed, excellent stealing ability at first. Nelson holding him on. Williams is an extreme left-handed pull hitter. The outfield shifts right for the Pirates. The infield straightaway and normal. Here's the pitch to Teddy Ballgame. 1-2 count on Williams. And Williams grounds back to the pitcher. He's going to go to second and back to first. Did Williams beat it out? Yes, he did. So Haddix goes to Grote. A good hard slide by Geiger, who was on top of him. He could not put enough on the throw to double up a very slow Ted Williams, so the inning stays alive. As Williams beats out the double play ball. 2 outs, Williams at first. Nelson will hold him on. Here comes Vic Wertz, the power-hitting first baseman. 19 homers in 1960, 103 runners knocked in, 282 batting average. In the Invitational World Series, he's batting .444 with 2 ribbies. Against left-handed pitching, 5 out of 10 contact, 6 out of 10 power, and he will chase 4 out of 10 eye. Williams takes a slight lead at first. Haddix takes a peek over there, picks up the sign from Burgess. Here's the pitch to Vic Wertz. Wertz swings at the first pitch, grounds it hard to Mazeroski, and Mazeroski throws the ball low. It gets away, and the runners will advance. Williams takes third, and Wertz takes second. And let's just get that replay. I want to see, I believe the error is on the low throw by Mazeroski. Yep, on the bad throw by Mazeroski. So both teams have an error in the first inning. So 2 outs, 2 ducks in scoring position for Frank Malzone. Malzone in 1960 batted .271. 14 home runs, 79 ribbies. Loves to hit with men in scoring position. Right-handed pull hitter. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Malzone 3 for 8 in the Invitational World Series. No home runs, no ribbies. That's a .375 batting average. Against left-handed pitching, 6 out of 10 contact, 5 out of 10 power. He will chase 4 out of 10 eye. Williams at third, Wertz at second. They'll both be off on contact with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Frank Malzone. 1-0 count. Malzone grounds to Mazeroski, and he gets the throw to first there in time. No error this time for Bill Mazeroski. Red Sox threaten but do not score. Top of the second, scoreless here at Fenway Park. Due up for the Pirates, Hoke, Nelson, and Burgess to face Tom Brewer. Don Hoke, 282, 16 home runs, 79 ribbies in 1960. 0 for 5 in the Invitational World Series. Excellent contact hitter, average power, good eye. He is a right-handed spray hitter. Brewer picks up the sign from Nixon. Here's the pitch to Hoke. Hoke swings at the first pitch, and he rips that to right center field, Yeah, it's going to grab some wall. Hoke's digging for 2. He might go for 3. He's rounding. Here's the relay throw. Not in time. A lead-off triple for Hoke. And the Pirates are 90 feet away from taking the lead. So Hoke liked that first pitch strike. He sent it to right center for a triple. And here comes Rocky Nelson, first baseman. Batted 300 and 200 at-bats in 1960. 7 home runs, 35 ribbies. Chance to knock Hoke in from third. He's 1 for 5 with a ribby in the Invitational World Series. 5 out of 10 contact, 6 out of 10 for power and eye against right-handed pitching. Red Sox will give up the run for the out. Here's the pitch to Rocky Nelson. 1-2 count. Nelson punches it to Malzone, who fires to Wirtz for the out. But the contact play was on as Hoke scores from third. 1-0 Pirates. Malzone made a nice play ranging to his right. So 1 out, base is empty for Smokey Burgess. Pirates catcher. 1960 batted .294, 7 home runs, 39 runners knocked in. In the World Series, invitational style, 3 for 6. No homers, no ribbies. Excellent contact hitter, below average power, average eye. Left-handed pull hitter, the Red Sox will shift hard right in the infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Burgess digs in. Brewer picks up the sign from Nixon. He kicks and fires to Smokey Burgess. Burgess swings at the first pitch, grounds into the shift. Reynolds has it for out number 2. So 2 outs, base is empty. And here comes the number 8 batter, Bill Mazeroski, who made an error in the bottom of the first. Didn't hurt, though. Mazeroski batted .273, 11 homers, 64 ribbies in 1960. He's 0 for 6 with an RBI in the Invitational World Series after 2 games. 6 out of 10 contact against right-handed pitching. Below average power, 4 out of 10. Eye, 3 out of 10. Red Sox in the infield will shift left, outfield, straightaway and normal. Mazeroski awaits the Brewer offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound, full count to Mazeroski, and Mazeroski works a walk. Inning stays alive for the pitcher, Harvey Haddix, getting his first start of the series. Wirtz holding Mazeroski on at first. Here's the pitch to Haddix. 1-2 count. They go to the outside. Haddix rips one down to Wirtz, who steps on the backside, retired. Haddix hit the ball hard. Wirtz made a nice backhanded play, though. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Pittsburgh. Due up for the Red Sox, Nixon, Tasby, and Pumpsy Green. Russ Nixon, the catcher, .298, 5 homers, 33 ribbies in 1960. In the series, he's 3 for 9. No homers, no ribbies. Against left-handed pitching, 6 out of 10 contact, poor power and poor eye. They're both 3 out of 10. Haddix throws strikes. Nixon's ready to grip and rip. Burgess sets the target. Here's the pitch to Russ Nixon. Nixon swings at the first pitch inside, punches it down to third base. And that is the first out. Nice play by the third baseman, Hoke. 1 away. Here comes Willie Tasby. Red Sox center fielder was marvelous in Game 1. And in 1960, it looks like he went from one team to another. Because this is an exhibition, we don't get to see that. Because you can see, well, we can't see it. You can see it. Click here for a moment. 1960. Baltimore. Okay, so he played for Baltimore and Boston. So he came to Boston at the end of the year because these are the year-ending rosters. And he did quite well with the Red Sox, batting .281. With Baltimore, he's only batting .212. All right, 1 out. Base is empty for Willie Tasby. 6 out of 10 contact. Poor power, 3 out of 10. Excellent eye against lefties, 8 out of 10. He is 5 for 8 with a ribby. That's a .625 batting average. in this Invitational World Series. Harvey Haddix is ready. He deals to Tasby. 1-2 count, and Tasby is jammed. Pops it up foul territory near the dugout first base side. Making the catch near the dugout is the first baseman, Rocky Nelson. So 2 outs, base is empty for the number 8 batter, Pumpsy Green. On deck, the pitcher, Tom Brewer. He'll probably pitch carefully to Pumpsy. Pumpsy, 1 for 4 in Game 2. He got the start over Budden, who made 3 errors at short, nearly cost the Red Sox the game. Pumpsy Green in 1960 batted .242, 3 homers, 21 ribbies. Excellent eye, 8 out of 10. Contact, 5 out of 10. Not much power. Haddix looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He rocks and fires to Green. 1-1 count. Pumpsy swings, and he's jammed. That's a pop-up towards short. And Grote calls off Doak. Side retired. He makes the catch. Top of the third, 1-0 Pirates. Series is tied 1 apiece. Game 3. Due up the top of the order, Verdon, Grote, and Clemente. Grote on deck. Verdon in the left-hander's batter's box. Spray hitter. He's 0 for 1. Brewer's ready to work. Nixon sets the target. Here's the pitch to Bill Verdon. Verdon swings at the first pitch, grounds it hard to Reynolds, who throws the Wirtz 1 down. And now, striding to the plate, shortstop for the Pirates, Dick Grote. Grote's 0 for 1. Right-handed normal hitter. Infield, outfield, straight away in normal. He will chase. He has a poor eye. Here comes the pitch around. Brewer tries to hit the black on the plate. He kicks and fires. 1-2 count. And Grote lines a shot. And that's going to get down and get to center field. Grote's digging for 2. Tasby throws. And did they get him? No! What a strong throw by Tasby. But Grote just gets ahead of there with the slide. Holy cow. So a 1-out double for Grote. And he's not a speedy runner. That's why they almost nailed him. You can see 1 out of 10 speed and stealing ability. Roberto Clemente comes up plate. He's 0 for 9. He struck out his first time up. Will Clemente break out? Red Sox fans are hoping not. Skinner's on deck. Again, Brewer's going to try to hit the black on the plate. Nixon wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Clemente. 1-2 count. And Clemente, a swing and a miss. Red Sox pitching has held the great Roberto Clemente in check. So 1 out. Grote is still at second for Bob Skinner. Skinner's 0 for 1. He has homered and knocked in 3 ribbies in the series. Left-handed spray hitter. On deck is Hoke. Brewer nods his head. Here's the pitch to Bob Skinner. 1-1 count. Skinner swings, and he rips a shot deep to right. Gary Geiger going back, and that's going to be off the wall. A run will score. Skinner's going for 3. Here's the relay throw. Will not be in time. The Pirates have their second triple and a 2-0 lead. As Skinner knocks in Grote. So it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. Top of the third. Here's Don Hoke. Rocky Nelson on deck. Red Sox will now move their infield in. They don't want to give up any more runs. It's early, but they're going to move their infield in. Oh, there's 2 outs. What am I doing? Incorrect. Why do I only think there is 1 out? The infield will play normal. We had the strikeout of Clemente. So, catcher Russ Nixon says, "What are you doing? Get back to normal." All right. Runner at third, 2 outs. Hoke 1 for 1. And on deck is Rocky Nelson. Brewer will try to get Hoke to chase. Nods his head. Nixon sets the target. Here's the pitch to Don Hoke. 0-1 count. They come inside, and Hoke takes that inside pitch and rips a line shot up the middle. 3-0 Pittsburgh. Quick hands for Hoke. Look how far we came in on that pitch. And he just gets those hands and the bat around quickly as Brewer tried to jam it. And he takes that ball up the middle of the line shot. 3-0 Pittsburgh. 2 outs. Hoke's at first. Slow runner. Here comes Rocky Nelson. Smokey Burgess on deck. Nelson's 0 for 1. Does have an RBI today, though, on the ground ball to Malzone. Brewer throws over to first. And back in time is Don Hope, not a speedy runner. Brewer again takes a peek at first. Here's the pitch to Rocky Nelson. 1-1 count. Nelson swings, grounds it to Pumpsy Green, who runs and steps on the second base bag. Side retired, but the Pirates tack on 2 more. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Pittsburgh. Red Sox bats have to get going. Series tied at 1 apiece. OTDA in the house. He says, cheers, Al. Cheers back at you, my friend. May the Empire be with you. So here's Tom Brewer, the pitcher. Chokes up a bit on the bat. He did pitch 2 innings so far out of the bullpen. He gets a start here in Game 3. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I am terribly sorry. He did not. I'm thinking back of something else. Wrong series, Al. Alright, here's the pitch to Brewer. 2-2 count. He went too far. Ring him up. 1 down, top of the order, as Brewer goes down via K from Harvey Haddix. Pete Reynolds steps to the plate. Reynolds is 0 for 1. Haddix is in his zone. Haddix nods his head. He kicks and deals to Reynolds. Reynolds swings at the first pitch on the inside, and he shoots it the other way down the line. Reynolds hits the first base bag, takes a wide turn, but thinks better of challenging the cannon arm of Bob Skinner. Red Sox down by 3. So 1 out. Here comes Gary Geiger counter. If Geiger can send 1 out of Fenway, it'll be a 3-2 ball game. He homered in Game 1. Nelson holding Pete Reynolds, a slow runner on at first. Though Reynolds reads pitchers well, 8 out of 10 stealing ability. Here's the pitch to Geiger, 1-2 count, and Geiger grounds to Hoke, who throws to Mazeroski on to first. Double play. Nice stretch by Rocky Nelson. Side retired. 5-4-3. Top of the 4th, 3-0 Pittsburgh. Tom Brewer will face Burgess, Mazeroski, and Harvey Haddix. Sip of iced tea. Smokey Burgess, 0 for 1, left-handed pull hitter, the catcher. Red Sox go hard, shift right in the infield. Outfield straightaway and normal. Nixon wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Burgess. Smokey swings at the first pitch and rips a shot right through the shift for a single. Geiger fields it and throws it back in towards the infield. So Burgess very slow at first. Good double play candidate. And here comes Bill Mazeroski. No official at bat yet. Right-handed pull hitter. 6 out of 10 sacrifice bunt. Would he bunt with the pitcher coming up next? I don't think so. We will put the shift on, though, in the infield. Infield shifts left. The only defender on the dirt on the right side is Vic Wertz holding on Smokey Burgess. Here's the pitch to Bill Mazeroski. 2 balls, no strikes. Mazeroski tries to beat the shift. Shallow fly ball, right center field. Gary Geiger makes the running catch. 1 away. Red Sox fans cheer that defensive effort. And here comes Harvey Haddix. Brewer works quickly to Haddix. He'll probably going to bunt, and he does. It's a hard bunt. Brewer comes off the mound and plays it to first. He thought about going to second, but took the shore out at first. So 2 outs. Burgess in scoring position, very slow, but he'll get a few extra steps as he'll be off on contact. Center fielder Bill Verdon steps to plate. He is 0 for 2. Brewer takes a breath. Arms down to his chest. He kicks and fires to Verdon. 1 ball, no strikes. Verdon grounds it. Past Pumpsy Green in the center. Tasby fires towards the plate, and Burgess will be out! Great throw by Tasby, gunning down the slow-footed Pittsburgh Pirate catcher. The Pirates threaten but do not score, thanks to that tremendous effort by Tasby in center and the tag put on by Russ Nixon. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Could that pump up the Sox? 3-0 Pittsburgh, and let's watch that over. Tasby throwing out Smokey Burgess as they sent him with 2 outs. That's a hard-hit ball to center past Pumpsy Green. Good charge by Tasby. What a throw. And Burgess is out at the plate. So due up for the Red Sox, Williams, Wirtz, and Malzone. If anyone gets on, the catcher Russ Nixon. Ted Williams is 0 for 1. Harvey Haddix picks up the sign from Burgess. He rocks and fires to Teddy Ballgame, 1-2 count, and Ted Williams grounds weakly to second, and Mazeroski throws him out, 1 down. Vic Wirtz strides the plate. First baseman's 0 for 1, 4 for 10 in the series with 2 ribbies. He awaits the Haddix offering. Pitch comes homeward bound, 1-2. And Wirtz grounds it past the... Oh! Mazeroski, what a diving play, pops up and throws to first to deny Vic Wirtz's hit. Tremendous defense by Bill Mazeroski. Trying to make up for that throwing error in the bottom of the first. Didn't cost Pittsburgh, but he had red on his face when he threw that ball away. Let's watch that marvelous defensive play by Mazeroski. I thought that was going to right field. What a diving stop. Quickly pops up and throws to first. So 2 outs, base is empty for Frank Malzone. Frank is 0 for 1. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch to Malzone, and Haddix comes way inside, ball 1. Malzone to swing away, full count, and Malzone shoots a shot to center, drops in, inning stays alive. And that is the 3rd hit for the Boston Red Sox. They'll bring up the catcher, Russ Nixon. Nixon is 0 for 1. On deck, Willie Tasby, the man who threw out Smokey Burgess. Nixon gets the take sign. Here's the pitch from Harvey Haddix. And the slider's in there, strike 1. Nixon will take again. That's a fastball. Outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nixon's ready to grip and rip. 2 outs. A very slow Frank Malzone's at first. He'll be off on contact. Burgess sets the target. Here's the pitch to his counterpart, Russ Nixon. 1-2. And Nixon pops it up weakly towards second base. And Grote calls off Mazeroski, makes the catch. And the shortstop retires the side. Top of the 5th, 3-0 Pittsburgh. Brewer back out on the mound. He's only thrown 55 pitches. And thanks to Tasby, it's only a 3-run deficit. Due up for the Pirates, Grote, Clemente, and Skinner. Grote is 1 for 2, right-handed normal hitter. Brewer's going to try to hit the black of the plates, inside or out. Here's the pitch to Dick Grote. Full count, and that's too far inside. Grote leads off the inning with a walk. Roberto Clemente 0 for 2, 0 for 10 in the series. At any moment, you know Roberto could break out. Right-handed spray hitter, the Red Sox are moving to double play depth in the infield. Here's the pitch to Clemente, 0-2 count, and the curveball gets him. And he goes down via the K again. Clemente is just having a tough series. So 1 out, 1 on for Bob Skinner. He's a left-handed spray hitter. He's 1 for 2 with a ribby. Red Sox move to double play depth. As Green and Reynolds pinch the middle. Wirtz playing behind the very slow Dick Grote. Here's the pitch to Skinner. 0-1 count. Skinner swings. Line shot. And making the diving catch in left center field is Tasby, denying Skinner of extra bases. Tasby doing it all in center, throwing a runner out, and now making a tremendous diving catch. And let's look at that wonderful defensive web jam in center once again. That looks like that's going to be a double, and there's Tasby. Woof, laying out, making the catch to the delight of the Fenway faithful. 2 outs, Grote will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Hoke. Pirates third baseman's 2 for 2. 2-2 count to Hoke. Grounds weakly to Brewer, who throws to first, side retired. Brewer's settled in quite nicely. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Pittsburgh 3, Boston nothing. Due up for Boston, Tasby, who's been outstanding defensively in center, and then Pumpsy Green and Tom Brewer. Here's the pitch to Willie Tasby. He's 0 for 1. Tasby swings at the first pitch, grounds it hard to third, and he is thrown out by Hoke. They came inside. Tasby trying to get around on that. So 1 out. Here's Pumpsy Green. He is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Pumpsy. He's taking. They go outside, and Burgess frames it, but it's still a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Green swinging away, 3-1 count, and he walks on the 3-1. Tom Brewer steps to the plate. Brewer, an excellent sacrifice bunter, and that's what we're going to... You know what? We're going to bunt... He's a pretty good bunter for bunting for a hit. The corners move in, though. And if we have a bad bunt attempt for a hit, it could be a double play. On deck is Pete Reynolds, at the top of the order. Corners are in. We're going to roll the dice. He will attempt... Well, it's just a bunt. It doesn't actually give me the sacrifice. So he's going to attempt to bunt. Here's the pitch. Corners in. He puts out a good bunt down the first base line. But quickly off the mound is the pitcher, Harvey Haddix. They throw Brewer out at first. So 2 outs. Pumpsy Green's in scoring position for Pete Reynolds. Reynolds is 1 for 2. Haddix takes a peek over his shoulder at Pumpsy. Looks in at Burgess. He kicks and deals to Reynolds. Reynolds swings at the first pitch, and he punches it into left center field. Green hits third base. He's a slow runner. Bill Burton has a cannon for an arm. The ball's very shallow. They'll put the brakes on Pumpsy. So Pete Reynolds picks up his second hit. He's now 2 for 3. William Fergazzi has joined us in the chat. How are you, my friend? Hope you and your lovely wife are doing marvelous. So runners on the corners, 2 outs, and with 1 swing in the bat, Gary Geiger can tie it up. He homered in game 1 of the series. He's 1 for 2 today. Overall, 2 for 11, with 3 ribbies and a home run, as I stated. He's going to take. Here's the pitch from Haddix. Oh, he throws over to first. What was Reynolds thinking? He was straying a little too far from the bag. He dives back safely, though. Again, Geiger to take. Here's the pitch to Geiger, and that's outside. Ball 1. Geiger to take again. That's right down the pike with the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Ted Williams on deck. Here's the pitch from Haddix to Gary Geiger. 1-2 count. Geiger rips that ball into right field. The Red Sox are on the board. And Reynolds goes first to third. Gary Geiger knocks in his 4th RBI, and it's 3-1 now. And Ted Williams comes up in a huge spot. Teddy ballgame is 3 hits in 10 at-bats with a home run and a ribby. If Williams goes yard, the Red Sox will take a 4-3 lead. Geiger, good base runner at first. Reynolds, a slow base runner at third. Here's the pitch to Williams. 1-2 count. Williams grounds back to the pitcher. Side retired. Good job by Haddix pitching out of the jam, though he does give up 1 run. Red Sox finally on the board. We go to the top of the 6th. Pittsburgh 3, Boston 1. Tom Brewer back up on the mound. Brewer's gone 5 innings. 2 walks, 3 Ks, 3 runs. He will face Rocky Nelson, Smokey Burgess, and Bill Mazeroski. Rocky Nelson, left-handed normal hitter. He's 0 for 2 today with a ribby. Here's the pitch from Brewer to Nelson. 0-2 count. And Nelson rips our shot. Left center field. That gets to the monster. He's digging for 2. And he has a leadoff double, as Rocky Nelson was all over that fastball. In the chat, William Fergazzi says, "We are fine, Al. Hope all is well with you. Any plans to play the 1960 Giants-Yankees World Series?" Yes, we will be doing that at a little later date. Obviously, not until we're done with this, I don't think I'm going to play it. I'll show it, and we'll watch the games live together. I'll let the computer play it out, and we'll call it. Or, if we can get one friend of the channel to play as the Yankees, and basically you'll just set the lineup as there's too much of a delay with YouTube unless we do a Skype thing. I tried it before with Action PC, didn't work out well, but yes, we will be viewing the series between the Yankees and the Giants, and that should be a good one. And that was our retro replay. For people who don't know, we did an open world alternate universe for Ted Williams' Swan Song season, and it was a lot of fun. So, runner at second, no outs, and here comes Smokey Burgess. Burgess is 1 for 2. And he is a left-handed pull hitter. The Red Sox will shift right but guard third. Nelson at second. Here's the pitch to Burgess. 0-1 count. Smokey swings, and he shoots that ball to center field. Tasney races over to cut it off, and they're not challenging his arm this time. So runners on the corners. Here's Bill Mazeroski. No outs. 3-1 Pirates are looking to add some more to that total. William Fergazzi in the chat says, excellent. Red Sox are going to get some bullpen action up. And getting up in the pen, the lefty Chet Nichols. He's not going to be ready, but we're going to get him up. The lefty Chet Nichols and the righty Tom Sturdivant. Red Sox will move their infield in. Mazeroski is a right-handed pull hitter, so they will shift left and move the infield in. So infield in, shift left, outfield straightaway and normal. Vic Wertz, the only defender on the right side, holding on Smokey Burgess, who's very slow. Here's the pitch to Mazeroski. He's 0 for 1. 0-1 count. Mazeroski hits it hard to Pumpsy Green, who fields it nicely, throws to first, 1 away. Advancing to second is Smokey Burgess. Nice play. That was a hard hit ball. Let's watch that over. And that's a really nice play by Pumpsy Green. If that was Don Budden, he would have let the ball go through his legs and kick it to the left field wall. So look at this hard hit ball, robbing Mazeroski of a hit, really, as Pumpsy Green took it on 1 hop. And it was a hard 1 hop through to first. So 1 out, second and third. And here's Harvey Haddix. Haddix is a left-handed pull hitter. But I don't want to go into a shift. We're just going to play the infield in. So infield plays in. Big moment for Brewer. Nichols and Sturdivant continue to warm. Here's the pitch to Harvey Haddix. 0-1 count. Haddix sends a shallow fly ball to right. Geiger racing in. Makes the catch. And they will not challenge the arm of Gary Geiger. It's 9 out of 10. So Tom Brewer is 1 out away from pitching out of this horrible jam. 2 outs, second and third. Burgess at second. Nelson at third. Both slow runners, but they will be off on contact. And here's Bill Vert at the top of the Pirates order. He is 1 for 3. Russ Nixon goes out to have a word with Tom Brewer. As William Fergazzi says, Smokey hoofs it to second. What speed, demon! As Mr. Fergazzi's being a bit funny there in the chat. As you can notice, Smokey Burgess, as Mr. William Fergazzi knows, is not a speed demon. Just having a little fun. That's not a team two guys you're going to start a track team with, as I like to say, these 2 slow runners. Be interesting to see him and Ted Williams have a foot race. All right, 2 outs, 2 on. The windup and the pitch to Bill Verdon. Full count. They come inside. Verdon drives that ball right center field, and that's going to get down and get to the wall. 2 more runs are going to score. Verdon's digging for 3. The long throw by Geiger will not be in time. And it's now 5-1 Pittsburgh. And that could be it, folks, for Tom Brewer. As he almost pitched out of the jam, but he couldn't get Bill Verdon, who triples in 2 runs. As the very speedy Smokey Burgess scored all the way from second. Alright, here's Dick Grote. And Sturdivant and Nichols are ready. And it's going to be Sturdivant. So Sturdivant comes in to try to get the final out here in the top of the 6th. Nichols will sit down the lefty. He'll probably come in the next inning. So Tom Sturdivant, in 1960, 3 wins, 3 losses, 1 save, 4.97 earned run average, striking out 67, walking 45. He has had no appearance in the Invitational World Series. Finishes his warm-up tosses. Average all the way for quality of pitches, movement, and control. He's 5 out of 10 for all. Here's the pitch to Dick Grote. 0-1 count. They go to the outside. Grote punches it. Shallow right field. Geiger comes on, makes the catch. Side retired. But Pittsburgh tacks up 2 more on the triple by Bill Verdon. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 5-1 Pittsburgh. They're looking to take a 2-1 lead in the Invitational 1960 World Series. Due up for the Red Sox, Wirtz, Malzone, and Nixon. Vic Wirtz is 0 for 2. Harvey Haddix has been quite good. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Haddix has tremendous movement and control. Here's the pitch to Wirtz. 1 ball. Wirtz swings, and he punches it to right center field. That gets down for a leadoff single. Jumped right away on that fastball. And Nelson's playing behind the very slow Vic Wirtz. And here's Frank Malzone. Malzone is 1 for 2. He's going to take. And that's a strike inside corner at the knees. That looked like a fastball, but he took a lot out of it. Only 85 miles per hour. So 0-1 count. Infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal for the Pirates. They hope to turn 2. Here's the pitch to Malzone. 0-2. Malzone pops it sky high to short. And Grote makes the catch. 1 away. Retreating quickly to first is Vic Wirtz. As quickly as a slow runner can go back to first. And here's Russ Nixon. Nixon, the catcher, is 0 for 2. And there's 1 out. Let's get Chet Nichols back up, the lefty. Don Budden. He's a righty. We have 2 catchers. You know what? Jimmy Pagliarone's going to come in to pinch hit. Jimmy Pags he's had 2 pinch hitting appearances. He struck out both times. But we're hoping Jimmy Pags with a good eye can run into something. Jimmy Pags 0 for 2. In 1960, in 28 games and 62 at-bats, 2 home runs, 9 ribbies, 306 batting average. He would later be traded by the Red Sox to Pittsburgh for first baseman Dick Stewart, who had 2 outstanding years for the Red Sox in 63 and 64. And Jim Pagliarone was the man who greeted Ted Williams at the plate after Williams homered in his last at-bat of his career. Here's the pitch to Pagliarone. He's taking ball 1. He'll take again. Haddix rocks and fires. That looks inside. Oh, he just catches the inside corner with a curve. Red Sox bench is chirping. They didn't like that call. 1-1 count. 1 out. Continuing to warm in the bullpen is Chet Nichols. He's ready. Smokey Burgess sets the target. Here's the pitch of Jim Pagliarone. 1-2 count. And Jim Pagliarone strikes out once again. So 3 pinch hitting appearances and 3 Ks. So 2 outs. And now Willie Tasby steps to the plate. Center fielder who's been outstanding defensively. He threw out Smokey Burgess at the plate and then made a diving catch to rob a double. He is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Tasby. Full count. There goes the runner. Tasby punches that ball right center field. And going first to third is Vic Wertz. And here's Pumpsy Green. Red Sox with an opportunity to tack on some runs, get back in this ball game. They trail by 4. Harvey Haddock's in a bit of a pickle here. Pumpsy Green, the shortstop, is 0 for 1. Well, Pumpsy's got to come up with a big hit here. Very good eye. Wertz at third, Tasby at first. Nelson holding on Tasby. Below average speed, 3 out of 10. Here's the pitch to Pumpsy Green. 3-1 count. Green sends that ball to center field. Verdon comes on, makes the running catch. Side retired. The Red Sox threaten but do not score. Top of the 7th. And it is 5-1 Pittsburgh here in Game 3, best of 7 Invitational World Series. Jim Pagliarone. Let's take a quick look at Jimmy Pags. Arm 5, catching ability 5. He'll stay in the catch. Okay. Sturdivant will pitch to Clemente, and then we're going to bring in Nichols. Let's sit Nichols for the moment. We don't want to tire him out. So Sturdivant will pitch to the righty Clemente, and then they have lefty, righty, lefty, lefty. All right. Roberto Clemente is having a tough Invitational World Series. He's 0 for 11 in the series, 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch from Sturdivant to Clemente, 0-2 count. And Clemente gets the hat trick. He swings and misses for the 3rd time. He goes down via the K. And here's Bob Skinner. Skinner's 1 for 3 with a ribby. Let's get Chet Nichols back up in the pen. As William Fergazzi says, Smokey was a good hitter, though. Absolutely, Smokey Burgess was an excellent hitter. He played in Springfield, Massachusetts in the International League for the Springfield Cubs. He was asked, where's the toughest place to hit a home run for you? He said, it's not in the majors. It was in a ballpark. I don't even know if it's there. This is many years ago on ESPN. He said, Pinchin Park in Springfield, Massachusetts of the International League. So here comes Chet Nichols. We're going to get Nichols back up. He's ready. And he's going to come in to face. We're going to go double switch here, though. Let's go no for a second. Chet Nichols has stamina. We're not going to go double switch. So Chet Nichols will come in for Sturdivant. Lefty-lefty matchup. Let's see if the Pirates stick with Skinner. And Chet Nichols, in only 6 games, he was on the season-ending roster, and we kept it on there because we wanted the lefty. Only 6 games, he was 0-2, pitched 12 2/3 innings, struck out 11, walked 4, 4.26 earned run average. And in the playoffs, he's pitched an inning of perfection. Will it continue? He's done with his warm-up tosses. The new batter Jimmy Pagliarone goes out to have a quick word. Now back behind the plate, Pag sets the target. Here's the pitch to the left-handed batting spray hitter Skinner, 1 for 3 with a ribby. Full count to Skinner. And Skinner rips a shot to the triangle. That's going to be extra bases. Skinner might be digging for 3 again. Nope, he'll hold up at second. So lefty-lefty matchup, and Skinner wins that. So 1 out, Skinner is at second. Don Hoke at the plate, and Pagliarone will stand up, put his arm out. They'll set up the double play with the intentional walk. So 1 out, 2 on, lefty-lefty matchup with Rocky Nelson. Nelson is 1 for 3 with a ribby. Left-handed normal hitter. The Red Sox will move their infield to double play depth. As Chet Nichols, his overall quality of pitch is 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10 movement, 5 out of 10 control. Will fluctuate between lefties and righties. Nichols going to try to hit the black of the corners here and induce a double play ball. Here's the pitch to Rocky Nelson. Nelson shoots the ball the other way. Ted Williams on the run towards left field line, makes the catch, fires it into the cutoff man, Pumpsy Green, 2 down. So 2 outs, 2 on for the catcher, Smokey Burgess. Left-handed pull hitter. He's 2 for 3. 5 for 9 in the Invitational World Series. No homers, no ribbies, but he has a .556 batting average. And that proves the point of Mr. William Fergazzi in the chat, who said Smokey was a good hitter. Yes, he was. Red Sox will shift right guard third in the infield. Outfield will play straight away and normal. Nichols needs one more out to get out of this inning. Skinner at second, Hoke at first. Here's the pitch to Smokey Burgess. He swings at the first pitch, grounds it weakly to Nichols, who throws the first side, retired. So Sturdivant and Nichols do their J.O.B. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Pittsburgh leads 5-1. As they play Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Take Me Out to the Crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for its root. Root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And Chet Nichols will not bat. So they have Mazeroski, the pitcher, and then Verdon. Red Sox will get a couple of players up in their bullpen. And it's going to be Tom Borland, the lefty, and Mike Fernellis, just in case we score any runs. If we don't, we'll get Earl Wilson up quickly. Righty, lefty, but I don't think they would take Haddix out. Though they might. He's not like the most stellar pitcher. And Verdon, righty. Well, that's how we're going to have. We're going to have Fernellis, the righty, and Borland, the lefty, to warm up for now. And Nichols will be pinch hit for. And we're going to go with Don Budden. Hopefully he can smack a ball through the infield and get on base. 5 out of 10 contact, so we're going to go with Budden. He's our best hitter off the bench. Numerically speaking, when it comes to the averages. So Don Budden, who butchered shortstop quite brutally in Game 1, nearly cost the Red Sox the game. And he actually cost Bill Mambo Kett his no-hit bid. Don Budden, in 1960, batted .245, 6 homers, 36 ribbies. In the World Series, he's 1 for 5 with a ribby. Very good eye, 7 out of 10. Contact, 5 out of 10. Power, below average, 3 out of 10. Here's the pitch to Budden. 1-2 count, and Budden grounds to Mazeroski for out number 1. Here comes Pete Reynolds. He'll take. Here's the pitch from Haddix. And that low. Wow, I thought that was in there. 1 ball, no strikes. Reynolds to take again. Off-speed pitch. Oh, there's a fastball. Look, a lot of movement on that. So that's ball 2. Red Sox need base runners. Reynolds put the bat on his shoulder. He awaits the offering, and that's a strike. The other pitch looked better to me. So 2-1 count. Reynolds will get the green light here. Reynolds, 2 for 3 today. Burgess wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Harvey Haddix kicks and fires, 3-1 count, and Reynolds rips his 3rd hit over the leap of the shortstop Grote, and he's now 3 for 4. Oh, he digs for 2! As Verdon mishandles the ball, so it'll be a single and an error on the usually very dependable Bill Verdon in center. So Reynolds in scoring position. Red Sox trail by 4, Pittsburgh 5, Boston 1. Gary Geiger steps up plate. He is 2 for 3 with a ribby. Here's the pitch from Haddix. Geiger taking all the way, and that is a strike. Fastball in there. 0-1 count. Reynolds takes a slight lead at second. Burgess goes through the side. Haddix kicks and deals to Geiger. 0-2 count. Geiger sends that ball to left, but he missed it. At the track, at the wall, making the catch is the left fielder, Skinner. Just got under it. And here's Ted Williams. Williams got to come up with a big hit here. He's 0 for 3. Haddix takes a deep breath here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. Reynolds at second. He'll be off by contact. Arms down to Haddock's chest. The windup, the pitch to Ted Williams. Full count to Teddy Ballgame. And Williams pops it up sky high. Coming in from third near the mound, making the catch is Doak. Side retired. We go to the top of the 8th. And we're going to go with Tom Borland. Tom Borland will come in to pitch the lefty. Ted Williams pops out. Mike Fernellis will sit down. So Tom Borland comes in. And Borland in 1960 was no wins, 4 losses, 3 saves in 51 innings, striking out 32, walking 23. Not a stellar ERA, 6.53. Red Sox would only win 65 games in 60, but this is the Invitational World Series. And in this Invitational World Series, he's pitched an inning and a third of perfection. He'll face Bill Mazeroski, the right-handed batting second baseman, 0 for 2 today, 0 for 8 in the series with a ribby. Here's the pitch from Borland, who 5 out of 10 control, 8 out of 10 movement, 6 out of 10. 5 out of 10 quality of pitching, 8 out of 10 movement, 6 out of 10 control. Borland deals to Mazeroski. Mazeroski swings on the 1-0. That's a pop-up. Fair territory. And Reynolds calls off Wertz. He makes the catch. So 1 out. Harvey Haddix steps to the plate, lefty-lefty. Borland deals quickly to Haddix. And Haddix grounds up the middle. Reynolds backhands it, throws the Wertz, 2 down. Reynolds been a busy beaver at second. So 2 outs, base is empty. Borland's trying to take this 4-run deficit and keep it at that to the bottom of the 8th. Here's Bill Verdon. Verdon is 2 for 4 with 2 ribbies today. A lefty-lefty matchup. Verdon a spray hitter. Borland looks in to Jimmy Pagliarone, nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Verdon. 1-1 count. Verdon swings and he loops one over the leap of Pete Reynolds. He couldn't get that one. He singles and keeps the inning alive. So a 2-out single for Bill Verdon. They'll bring up Dick Grote. Grote, the shortstop, 1 for 3. Excellent contact hitter, 10 out of 10 against lefties. So you know he's going to hit the ball. But he will chase. Borland's going to try to hit the black of the plate here on the inside of the outside. Jimmy Pags wiggles the fingers. Borland nods his head. Here's the pitch to Grote. 1-1 count. Grote holds his swing, and the ball gets away from Pagliarone as that was in the dirt and a wild pitch. So the count's now 2 balls, 1 strike. Advancing into scoring position with 2 outs is Bill Verdon. Below average speed, 4 out of 10. First base is open, but Roberto Clemente is on deck. And the Red Sox will quickly get Mike Fernellis up only because he was warming before. And he's ready, just in case we get to Clemente. 2-1 count. Borland deals to Grote. And Grote rips a shot, but that's going to hang up as Tasby's there in center. He makes the catch, side retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Red Sox bullpen has done a good job, but they still trail 5-1. Fernellis will sit down. Due up for the Red Sox, Vic Wertz, Frank Malzone, and Jim Pagliarone. Can they finally tack up some more runs against Harvey Haddix? They've only been able to get 1 on the Gary Geiger RBI in the bottom of the 5th. Haddix has gone 7 innings, 8 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks. He has been quite masterful here in Game 3. Red Sox took Game 1 7-6 as they held on for dear life back in Pittsburgh, and they would lose Game 2 in Pittsburgh in a close one. I believe that was 5-3. Both games are up on the channel. So here's Vic Wertz. Wertz is 1 for 3. Haddix kicks and fires. Red Sox need base runners. He checks his swing. Did he hold? Yes, he did. So 1 ball, no strikes. Wertz will take until he gets a strike. Another pitch, and that's in there. And that's a strike. Good movement on that fastball. 1-1 count. Wertz ready to grip and rip. Smokey Burgess wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Haddix rocks and fires. 2-2 count. And Vic Wertz grounds to first. And racing to the bag is Rocky Nelson for 1 out. Frank Malzone is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Malzone, 2-2 count, and Malzone rips a shot to center, left center on the run, and getting there is Bill Verdon. So 2 outs, no one on for Jim Pagliarone. Jim Pagliarone's had 3 pinch hit at-bats so far in this series. He's 0 for 3, he's struck out 3 times. He'll have the green light. Burgess goes through the signs. Haddix nods his head. Here's the pitch to Pagliarone. 1-1 count. And Jimmy Pags grounds to third. Side retired as Hoke makes a good throw. Top of the 9th. And Mike Fernellis. Did we insert Fernellis by accident? I guess we did. Is on the mound to face Roberto Clemente. And Skinner and Hoke. Clemente 0 for 12 in the series. He struck out 3 times today. He's 0 for 4. Fernellis deals to Clemente. 2-2 count. And Clemente rips a shot down the left field line. That's going to be 2, I think. As it will be a double. Williams' throw is late from the corner. And Roberto Clemente gets his first hit of the series. And here comes Bob Skinner. Skinner, 3 for 8 with a homer and 4 ribbies. That's a .375 batting average in the series. He's 2 for 4 today with an RBI. First base open, Hoke on deck. Here comes the pitch around to Skinner. And Skinner strikes out on the 1-2. Good movement on that Fernellis curveball. As that just dropped right off the plate, off the table, they say. So 1 out. Clemente's at second. Hoke at the plate. Nelson in the on-deck circle. Hoke, the third baseman, is 2 for 3 with a ribby. Both hits coming in. His hits have come. He's 2 for 8. Both of them coming in the game today. Right-handed spray hitter. Fernellis nods his head. Here's the pitch to Hoke. He swings at the first pitch. No, he holds up. The ball gets away from Pagliarone. And Clemente advances 90 feet to third. The Red Sox will play their infield in now. So 1-0 count. Fernellis hoping to get a pop-up or a ball hit at the infielder. Here's the pitch from Fernellis. Full count. And that's a shot. Center field. Making the running catch is Tasby. He fires towards the plate, but Clemente will score, and it's 6-1 as Hoke has an RBI, and that is his second of the World Series, the Invitational World Series. 6-1 Pirates. And here's Rocky Nelson to face Mike Fernellis. Nelson 1 for 4 with a ribby, 2 for 9 overall with 2 ribbies in the series. Here's the pitch to Rocky Nelson, 1-2 count. And Nelson rips a shot down to first. Fielding it is Vic Wertz. And running to the bag, stepping on it for out number 3. The Red Sox trail by 5 in the bottom of the 9th. And Harvey Haddix looking for the complete game victory. He's gone 8 innings, 8 hits. He's scattered 8 hits, only given up 1 run on the RBI from Gary Geiger. He's walked 1, struck out 3. The man who in 1960... only won 1 more game than he lost. So here's Willie Tasby. He's been outstanding in center field. And he's 1 for 3 at the plate. Here's the pitch to Tasby. 1-2 count. And Tasby grounds to Mazeroski out. Oh! Another throwing error. The error will go. Mazeroski nabs it, throws to first. I think that's going to be on Mazeroski. Let's go check out the box score real quick. That's going to be error number 2 for Mazeroski, I believe. I can't tell by reading how they had the play-by-play. Look for errors. Nope, Rocky Nelson gets that error. So the Pirates have committed 3 errors. Mazeroski, Verdon, and Nelson. The Red Sox, Tom, no errors. Oh, Vic Wertz. I knew we had one. All right, here's Pumpsy Green. Leadoff runner is on. Willie Tasby. Haddix has thrown 133 pitches, starting to tire a bit. Here's the pitch to Pumpsy, 1-2 count, and Pumpsy Green sends that ball to left. But that would be a long out, and catching it right in front of the wall is the left fielder, Skinner. It sounded good off the bat. Mike Fernellis will not bat. Pinch hitter. Lou Gent. I want to Rip Rapolsky. I just like that name. I like that name, Rip Rapolsky. He's a righty. He had 3 home runs. Lou Clinton had 6 home runs, 228. Well, slugging 379, Rapolsky 368 slugging. Hardy 338. Ray Webster, very little contact. Well, Rip Rapolsky will come in to pinch hit for Mike Fernellis. Righty-lefty matchup. Rapolsky getting his first at-bat in the Invitational World Series. And Rip wants to rip one for a base hit or more. He batted .243 for the Red Sox with 3 home runs and 20 ribbies and a .368 slugging percentage. Below average eye versus lefties. He's a right-handed normal hitter. Here's the pitch from Haddix. Rapolsky taking. That's inside. Ball 1. Curveball missed. He'll take again. And again inside. Fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. Rapolsky looks down to the third base coach. He gets the take sign. 2-0. And there's a strike finally. Fastball at the knees. 2-1. He's ready to grip and rip. Willie Tasby at first. 1 out. Nelson holding him on. Double play ends the ball game. Burgess sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rapolsky. 2-2 count. And he goes down looking as Haddix paints the corner with the fastball. Rapolsky did not swing. As William Fergese in chat says, let rip, Al. Well, he didn't. He didn't swing the bat. Top of the order, 2 outs. It's up to Pete Reynolds. And Reynolds is 3 for 4. Here's the pitch from Haddix to Reynolds. And Reynolds sends a fly ball left center field deep. That's carrying on the run. In front of the track is Verdon. He makes the catch. The Pirates come to Boston, and they win 6-1 in Fenway. As Haddix scatters 8 hits, only gives up 1 run. And they take a 2-1 lead. The Pirates heavy favorites in this invitational tournament. And now we have to decide if we go with Bill Mambo Kent on short rest or in Game 4. Or does he pitch Game 5 on full rest? We got to take a quick decision at that. So I believe Haddix will be player of the game. And player of the game, Harvey Haddix, he gets the win. He went 9 innings, 8 hits, only 1 run. It was earned, walked 1, struck out 4. I'm in agreement there. The losers, Tom Brewer, 5 2/3, 9 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. 2 walks, 3 Ks. Sturdivant went 2/3 of an inning. No runs, no hits, no walks. 1 strikeout. Chet Nichols went 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, no runs, no Ks. Borland went an inning, 1 hit. No runs, walk, or strikeouts. And Fernellis went an inning, and he gave up a run. 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. He struck out 1. Roberto Clemente finally gets off the schneid. He gets a hit. Clemente was 1 for 5 and scored a run. He's now batting .077. He struck out 4 times. All right, so Pittsburgh. Verdon, 3 for 5 with 2 ribbies, honorable mention as player of the game. Grote, 1 for 4 runs scored and a walk. Clemente, 1 for 5 with a run scored. He struck out 4 times. Skinner, 2 for 5 with an RBI or run scored. He struck out once. Hope, 2 for 3, a run scored, 2 ribbies, a walk. Nelson, 1 for 5, a run scored, and a ribby. Smokey Burgess, 2 for 4, a run scored. And Mazeroski, 0 for 3 with a walk. And Haddock's the pitcher, 0 for 3 as he went the distance. Pittsburgh in their victory, 37 at-bats, 6 runs, 12 hits, 6 ribbies, 3 walks, 5 Ks. For the Red Sox, who could only muster up 8 hits and 1 run, they could never get that. They had runners on base. They left 9 runners on base. Pittsburgh left 8. And I'm getting those stats right here. As you can't take this number as the Cubs, the Bears. I used to quickly look and say this, but he's right because that's, if he leaves 3 runners and he leaves 3 runners, it's really they're not each leaving 3 runners. So Red Sox had their opportunity, didn't have the clutch hit though. So Pete Reynolds had a good day, 3 for 5. He's now hitting 500 with no homers and a ribby in the series after 3 games. Gary Geiger, 2 for 4 with a ribby. He's batting .231 with a home run and 4 ribbies. Ted Williams 0 for 4, batting .250, a homer and a ribby. Vic Wertz 1 for 4. Malzone 1 for 4. Nixon 0 for 2. Pagliarone 0 for 2. And he struck out 3 times in the series in pinch hitting appearances. Tasby 1 for 4. He's been playing outstanding defense. Threw out Smokey Burgess at the plate, made a diving catch robbing extra bases from a Pirate batter. Pumpsy Green 0 for 3 with a run scored. He walked once. Brewer 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Sturdivant Nichols pitched, did not hit. Budin the pinch hitter 0 for 1. Borland and Fernellis pitched, did not hit. And Rip Rapolsky struck out in his pinch hitting appearance in the bottom of the 9th. The Red Sox in defeat, 35 at-bats, 1 run, 8 hits, 1 ribby, 1 walk. They struck out 4 times. So the series advantage is now with Pittsburgh 2-1. The next 2 games are in Fenway. Red Sox could jump out ahead, but the series will go back to Pittsburgh no matter what. Well, obviously if Pittsburgh wins these next 3 games, but if the Red Sox win the next 2, it's definitely going back. They'll just go back with a lead. But it's going to be tough. They got to have to win their Mambo Ket start, and someone else is going to have to come up big. So Pittsburgh wins 6-1. The first not a laugher, but it was a comfortable win. The other games were a bit antsy, especially at the end in Game 1. The Red Sox bullpen nearly blew it after they had a commanding lead. All right, so let's go to leave game. And let's finish today. And our next starters, I don't like Frank Sullivan, but let's just check out Bill Mambo Ket real quick. Let's do a file save first. Let's go to the Red Sox. Let's just click on Bill Mambo Ket. He's at 80%. Well, he's definitely pitching Game 5. And that could be an elimination game for the Red Sox. Do I want to pitch an 80% Mambo Ket in Game 4? No. No, we're not going to. I don't think we're going to do that. I do reserve the right to change my mind. I mean, we could pitch Earl Wilson 4.71, which is better than Frank Sullivan 5.10. Sullivan, though, has better control and movement, but his stamina is only 7. It's the control of Earl Wilson that scares me. He tends. I played him. I've used him with a couple of different. Obviously, my retro replay, I brought him up early. the walks are a killer for him. The walks are a killer. As William Fergazzi says, go with Mambo-Ket on short notice. I'm kind of leaning that way, but because I don't want to. I want to get this series back to Pittsburgh, obviously, and we need to win one more game to get it back to Pittsburgh. Or we put Sullivan on a really short leash. Well, we'll find out. All right, let's just check out one more thing and call it a stream. Let's go to game. And let's go here and playoff coverage. I love this playoff coverage. So the Red Sox took game one. It became a thriller as they were destroying until the Pirates until the end. They end up hanging on 7-6, and Pittsburgh took game two 3-2. I don't know why 5-3 stuck in my head, but I was wrong. Obviously, I should have just looked here. 3-2. So two close one-run games. As Williams homered to bring it to within 3-2. I believe, yeah, the Williams homer. And now this was pretty much a laugher for the Pirates, 6-1. And they're going to go with Vinegar Bend Mizell. He actually pitched game 3 against the Yankees. I chose not to pitch him because I set up the pitching staff and the lineups. I tried to mimic the 1960 World Series, but he got beat 10-0 by the Yankees. And he didn't last long at all. You can look it up. And so I went with, obviously, to the delight of the Pittsburgh Pirates fans, I went with Haddix instead, and now the Pirates are up 2-1. So, Vinegar Bend Mizell, 13-5, 3.12. But that is with Pittsburgh. Let's just look at him real quick. It looks like he went from 2 different teams. So he pitched with St. Louis, and he was 1-3, then went to the Pirates. So overall, let's do real. So overall, he was 14-8 with a 3.50. Let's go back to splits. Actually, real looks real. I like that better for now. Actually, he's a pretty good pitcher. Yankees beat the bejesus out of him. Well, I'm going to let them stick with that because he really pitched game 3. Again, this is a fake World Series. This is an Invitational. He pitched game 3 against the Yankees. So he'll pitch game 4 against the Red Sox. And he is he's a lefty. Oh, another lefty. We're so left-handed oriented in our batting order. How many strikeouts do you have? You know what? Not a lot. Well, 113 and 74. Control 6. Doesn't matter lefty or righty. Movement 8, lefty or righty. Stuff against lefties better than righties. Well, we'll try to insert. But my right, you can see you got to play your best players, and they're just all left-handed batters. So, all right. Don't have a lot of. Can't make a lot of changes there. I mean, these are my best batters. You're not taking any of these guys out of the lineup. You're not taking any of these guys out. This guy's not playing, that's for sure. Don Budney, so Tasby will stay in. We might go with, but see, he had 298. You're not going to take him out of the lineup either. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have 5 lefties in the lineup like we always do. I'm just going to have to play a little more patient, try to take some pitches, get the counts in our favor. Well, the Pirates lead 2-1, and we'll end it with our playoff coverage. And I think we're going to go We're going to go with Sullivan in a short leash. That 5.10 ERA scares me, though. He's a righty. I don't know. I have to think about that. We might go Mambo Cat on short. Though, no matter what, we can't lose the series in the next game. It's probably better you have Mambo Cat get another day of rest. And seeing that Haddix was just, again, Yankees had a tremendous lineup, so maybe we get, not Haddix, I mean Vinegar, Ben, Mizell. Maybe we get beat Mizell around for a bunch of runs. So, all right, thank you to William Fergazzi in the chat. Take care, and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to OTDA and Clinton Parks. Check out Clinton Parks' channel. It was a fun game. We lost, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes in the Invitational 1960 World Series. The Pirates now have a 2-1 lead over the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox took game one 7-6 in Pittsburgh. Pirates came back in game 2 to win 3-2, and then pretty much had total control in game 3. They won 6-1. So game 4, tentatively starting for the Red Sox, Frank Sullivan. Starting for the Pirates, Vinegar, Ben Mizell. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. You know what's coming. Peace!